Yo! Do you remember your childhood? Were you a goody two-shoes or a real little troublemaker causing problems for everyone around you? Personally, I remember the first time I watched Home Alone, and my childhood was split into before and after. So where was I? Oh right, Home Alone. Because if you haven't even tried to recreate at least one trap from that movie, I truly feel sorry for you. You didn't have a childhood. Anyway, today's video is about the bad things I did as a kid and what they led to. Enjoy! The first incident happened when I was very young. Whoa, not that far back. I only know about it from my parents' stories. Most of the time, when we went for a walk in the park, they would put me in a stroller, strap me in and push me so I wouldn't run off somewhere or accidentally get hit by a car. And once we got to the park, my parents would let me out of the stroller and He sowed chaos and madness everywhere. I used to run around, unscrewing the wheels from neighboring strollers and hiding them in the nearest bushes. Yep, while the parents were chatting off to the side and the other kids were busy with some boring stuff, I would quietly take off the wheels and hide them so well that sometimes the search would only end at night. A little later, I got a couple of partners in crime, a girl and a guy. Let's call him Kolya.
Say one more word.
While the girl was distracting the parents, Kolyan and I were taking off the wheels. One time a new family came to the park and judging by their stroller, they were some kind of rich folks. They had a really cool stroller with huge wheels, which we wasted no time in taking off. And somehow, after that, the brand new stroller completely fell apart. So here's the situation. The adults catch us. I'm sitting on the ground next to the broken stroller with a wheel I'd taken off, and Kolyan is standing nearby, acting like he has nothing to do with it at all.
It was indeed Kolya who actually did it.
The wealthy parents immediately thought that Kolyan had put me up to unscrewing the wheels. It also didn't help his case that he came from a rather troubled family and had a reputation as a troublemaker. He kept his hair cut short and wore torn clothes. In short, the rich parents really confronted his mom, who was already in fact the sole breadwinner. Only years later did I realize just how disgusting it all was. The second incident was more fair than disgusting, and it happened in 4th grade. My buddies and I would watch groups drinking beer, and when they left their unfinished bottles and walked away, we'd take those bottles, pee in them, and put them back. We knew that there were homeless people hanging around nearby, who usually finished off whatever was left in the bottles before turning them in for recycling. So we'd hide nearby and crack up watching the poor homeless guys get disappointed. One time, in one of the courtyards, we found some unfinished beer bottles just like that. Took them, did our dirty deed, and then...
Hey Runts, what do we have here? Drinking beer, huh? You've really lost all fear, you pathetic little ferrets. Hey Big Ears, come on, share it, damn it, or we'll rough you up and turn you into the hall monitor, you little punks.
It's kind of, well...
Yeah, right, as if. Shut your mouth. I know your hall monitor is a real tough lady. If you don't shut up, she'll find out everything tomorrow and you'll end up studying at the boarding school with my little brother.
Alright guys, help yourselves please.
That's how you were from the start, puppies.
Let me skip the details of what happened next. People usually call cases like this instant karma. But the homeless people who partook of our bodily waste definitely didn't deserve that kind of karma. The third incident happened in the village during the summer. Not far from my house there was a construction site where we liked to play tag. And then one day my friend bursts in and yells,
"Dude, let's hurry to the construction site! I found something crazy there!"
"What did you find, damn it?"
"Come on, let's go! It's something really wild!"
Just don't take the revenge.
Of course I was confused, but I really wanted to see something like that. I ran with him to the construction site. On the way we called 2 more guys so they could also see something like that. One of them had an annoying little brother who was always getting into trouble, hurting himself and then screaming his head off and attracting a ton of unwanted attention. We all called him Vitus. I think I don't need to explain why. No matter how hard we tried to explain to Vitas that he couldn't come with us, that it was dangerous at the construction site and that he would definitely wander around there, he didn't care at all. So we ended up locking him in the house by force and ran off ourselves to see something really amazing. On the 2nd floor of the construction site there was a whole pile of tools. Hammers, drills, jackhammers. But the main thing was, there was this little cement mixer. The builders must have forgotten it or just gone off for lunch. We started drilling into the walls, smashing bricks, and demolishing the reinforcements to dust. Basically, we were just causing total mayhem. And then, out of nowhere, Vita suddenly appeared in front of us. I have no idea how he managed to escape from home, but he looked incredibly angry.
That's it, idiots.
I truly wanted to go with you, but you regrettably locked me at home. So, I broke the window and swiftly ran away. I also called the builders, and very soon they will be addressing the situation with you.
We were all really mad at Vitas and knew that he had probably lied about the construction workers. Right after that, we immediately found ourselves a new source of entertainment. We started discussing how we would punish him.
How about we screw him to the wall by his clothes with self-tapping screws?
How about we hang him above a tub of water on a metal rod? Let him hang there for a while.
Guys, what kind of nonsense are you suggesting? How can you be so cruel to your little brother? I suggest we just lock him up in a cold, damp basement with huge, bloodthirsty rats where no one will ever find him? You heard all of that, didn't you?
But what they liked most was my suggestion. Hey, why don't we just, concrete his legs in like in those Italian mafia movies? We presented it to Vitas as some kind of game, and since he had no idea about the properties of concrete, he obediently stood in the basin, and we poured that grey sludge over his legs up to his ankles.
Don Vito has disgraced the honor of our family. He betrayed us to a rival clan, and for that, he'll be sleeping with the fishes at the bottom of the ocean.
Have mercy! Don, I am a loser. I have 2 children.
You must now kiss the ring, you absolute scum of the earth.
Imagine our surprise when actual construction workers really did show up at the site. The only fair decision that day was that we decided not to leave Vitas, who was concreted in there alone. He simply wouldn't have been able to escape, come on, so we all took the brunt of the builders' beatings together. How did it all end? They somehow managed to pry Vitas out of the concrete. Thankfully, the mix hadn't had time to fully set, and we spent a week going to the construction site, fixing everything we had messed up. That's all for today. If you like this video, I'll release a second part. Believe me, I did a lot of stupid and nasty things as a kid. And you write in the comments about the nasty and unpleasant things you did to someone as a child. Bye everyone.